I am honored to nominate Lois Wales for President of the MGEU. My name is Melissa Dvorak, and I am the Director of the Community-Based Social Services component, the newest component in the MGEU, officially formed after the last convention. I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you about my experience with Lois over the last 2 years, both personally and professionally. The first time I met Lois was during a meeting with the community-based groups when the idea was to form this component. From that first meeting, it was evident that Lois was clearly aware of the many issues that we were facing, including the challenges faced when bringing a new component together, and the common struggles among these smaller locals. Lois provided a great deal of encouragement and was genuinely engaged in making our component a reality. Although many of us attending that meeting were representing just small locals who were just out there on their own, she made us feel welcome and important to the MGEU. This support from Lois continued after we were officially a component to maintain the energy and momentum gained from the convention. After the last convention, I was fortunate to be elected to the board as the component director. Although I was new and really did not know what to expect, with Lois's guidance and advice, I was able to make an active contribution as a board member. She has been one constant, encouraging me and others to get involved in the labor movement. As I got to know Lois, it quickly became evident that she believes it is important to get fresh eyes and new ideas on the many committees and campaigns that the MGEU is involved in. I've been lucky enough to have the opportunity to work on the All Together Now campaign, as well as a number of subcommittees of the board. Lois's effort with encouraging new people to get involved, to me, shows that she has the confidence in the next generation of activists to grow in their roles and bring new ideas forward. Others agree when they tell you that Lois is capable and eager, well-respected provincially and nationally, committed and experienced, knowledgeable and effective. She holds strong union values, is well-versed and passionate, tireless and approachable, a no-nonsense leader. Lois makes time for everyone. I could continue, but I will wrap up by saying, calm under pressure, supportive and dedicated, Lois is a visionary leader. I'm extremely proud to nominate Lois as president of the MGEU. Thank you.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. And thank you, Melissa. It's wonderful to have your energy and fresh ideas on the board. You represent the next generation of MGEU activists and the future of our union. Since becoming your president 2 years ago, I have traveled the province and talked face-to-face with members from Brandon, Dauphin, Thompson, and the Pas, Flin Flon to Portage, Steinbach to Winnipeg, and back home to Selkirk. And I've heard great ideas for building our union, for making us more responsive to members, for tackling workplace issues, for more effective bargaining. And I've heard about where we've fallen short in the past and what we're doing right, and what you want the MGEU to do better. So let me say just a few words about where we've been and what I'd like to do as your president over the next 2 years. I have 3 priorities as your president: to get things done for members, to listen to you, and to move our union forward, to keep the MGEU relevant to you and even make it more so. When it comes to getting things done, we've accomplished a lot together. We've made some real improvements in the way we solve grievances. At the bargaining table, we've had important wins on wages and benefits, and we've spoken out clearly and forcefully on working conditions in conversations just like the Justice Summit. Over the past 2 years, the MGEU has been one of Manitoba's leading voices for quality public services, in front of the cameras and behind the scenes. When the province is reviewing regulations or considering new law, we've spoken up. We made sure it isn't just the lobbyists and big business and the powerful walking the corridors of power. In the next 2 years, we'll need to work even harder on all of those fronts. We've got the merger of lotteries and MLCC and the rewrite of legislation covering these two. We still have overcrowding in our jails. There's lots to work to do on the EMS review, and the merger of our regional health authorities and bargaining still to come will affect all our healthcare members. One of the ways we'll get things done is by listening, because the MGEU's strength and wisdom comes from our members. Our telephone town halls on bargaining and other key issues have been big innovations. And I want us to find even more innovative ways to connect with members, whether it's face-to-face or Facebook. Your union should connect with you on your terms. That's why I'm going to keep bringing our leadership to your communities and talking with you in person, at meetings and one-on-one. I'll be listening closely when you tell me about what the MGEU means to you and how we can make it more relevant in your lives. We're known as a members' union, but there's a lot further we can go. We need to work together to find ways to make union participation as natural a part of a member's daily life as making dinner or sharing a snapshot on Facebook. I've always said, we shape the union to the members' lives. We don't expect members to do it the other way around. Because when it comes to fighting for better contracts, for better working conditions, for better services, when it comes to beating the tax cut, budget cut politics, when it comes to fighting for a better and bigger vision of Manitoba, we need all hands on deck. You know, as a parent, you get a lot of chances to be proud and inspired. One of my proudest moments as a mother was when my daughter, Colleen, signed an MGEU card. Another was when she stepped forward for her coworkers to become a Local 61 shop steward. And every day for the last 2 years, anytime I've wanted to find inspiration in your role as president, I've had to think of her. Or I think back to a conversation with our members. I've heard your deep, passionate commitment to our union and to our brothers and sisters, your unshakable belief in the work we all do for our neighbors, our communities, and across Manitoba. And your concern for the future of those services and your fierce determination to protect them. That's the strength of our union. We take the solidarity we feel so strongly with each other, and we foster it in our communities through our jobs and through our union. It's been a privilege to work with you and see that solidarity in action across Manitoba. And I hope you'll give me the honor of leading you again. Thank you.
I'd like to call now on the nominator for Michelle Goronsky.
Good morning. My name is Umberto Wilner, and I know there's a great many of you here and elsewhere who have known Michelle for a lot longer than I have. I would like to share with you why I chose to nominate Michelle for the position of the president of the MGEU. Before I actually met Michelle many years back, I heard about her from various members at various venues and different events. She was consistently described as a devout activist, not only for the union, not just for the cause, but an activist for her fellow members and her coworkers. Since having met Michelle in person, getting to know her better, and having the opportunities to share things with her, I have learned that there is much greater depth to Michelle. Those of you who know Michelle know what I speak of. Those of you who do not know Michelle in this way, you will. When Michelle asked whether I would consider being her nominator for the position of the president of the MGEU, I did not question myself. as to whether she would be able to carry out the duties, the responsibilities of the position, but rather to what degree and with what kind of conviction. It was at this level that my decision was made, and I believe and continue to believe that Michelle will be more than suited for the position. I believe that not only will the union and its staff benefit, but more importantly, the members, us, you and I, will benefit. I have found Michelle to have the quality of being totally honest with herself and others around her. Along with this quality of honesty is her commitment to her fellow members, not only within our MGEU, but within the community as well. I have seen her stand side by each with her fellow members, activists, sharing the brunt of the challenges, all the while staying focused on the goal. Michelle will be sharing with you very shortly her beliefs. I have already been privy to them. I fully believe that with what Michelle will be sharing with you, the depth, the passion, and honesty in which she will carry out the responsibilities of the presidency, it is not only what the MGEU needs, but its staff, its activists, and most importantly, us, the members. I believe the MGEU to be a members' union. I also believe Michelle to be a members' president, first and foremost, which will result in a stronger union with a strong union leadership because of you, the membership. For those of you here today who are supportive of Michelle and her campaign, and there are many of you out here, when you hear and feel what Michelle will share with you, I believe it will strengthen your support and make you feel that much better. For those of you who are on the cusp and indecisive, I ask that you listen to what is being shared with you, examine how it makes you feel and believe, and then make your decision accordingly. And for those of you who up to this point have chosen not to support Michelle in her campaign, I also ask that you listen with an open heart to what is being shared with you by Michelle. Should you by chance agree with Michelle, please have the conviction and honesty with yourselves to follow your feelings. I thank all of you here today for allowing me this time. I now ask all here to show encouragement and support to have Michelle come forward and share with you so that you too can be proud of the MGEU. Thank you.
Good morning, fellow delegates, honored guests. Thank you for the opportunity to stand before you seeking your support in becoming our new president. I am fully confident I have the abilities to be your president. My knowledge, experience, and education has been 30 years in the making. I have been representing members since 1977, represented my component on the board in 2002, elected to represent you as your fourth vice president in 2007, continued to represent all members while being elected your first vice president in 2010. I have very proudly represented my fellow members in my workplace, filing numerous grievances to improve our working conditions, to force management to adhere to our collective agreements, or to force management to adhere to the labor laws. I fully believe in representing all members. So when I was elected one of your vice presidents, I attended many local and component meetings across the province, hearing firsthand the issues facing our members on a daily basis. I have walked picket lines, some to simply provide information to the public, some in support of union workers, and at other times when my local actually went on strike. I have pushed arbitrations that have benefited thousands of healthcare workers in healthcare support services. Working side by side with fellow members, I have come to value, trust, and respect what we do, what we stand for, and what we believe in. It started very small, learning the value of being a union member in my tiny local, fighting for what is right, fighting for what is earned. Sorry. Trust that developed between me and my component when they elected me their representative to the MGEU Board of Directors, and to the final bigger picture over the past 5 years as a vice president. I have gained respect for all fellow members. Respect for the community support workers for their unwavering fight for their EFTs. Respect for the correction officers for their daily challenges of working in unstable conditions, dealing with the overcrowding of our jail systems. Respect for the sheriffs, realizing the safety issues they face daily. Respect for the support of our social science members who serve our most vulnerable citizens, never having enough to go around. Respect for the trades members, working with the constant pressure of privatization, downsizing, doing more with less. Respect for the tech prof and paramedics. I know firsthand the value of the people that keep us alive. Respect for our post-secondary education members, fighting to keep their jobs. Respect for our GALICO members. Working under merger conditions is extremely stressful. Just ask someone working in healthcare support services, where merger seems to be the government's middle name. The list could go on all day, but time does not permit. A good leader respects the people that have elected them. My track record proves that I am that leader. For the past 5 years, I have listened intently to you, the members, whether by attending your local or component meetings or just having a coffee together. I have also had the pleasure of visiting some of you in your workplaces, watching for myself. A good leader recognizes the talents and strengths in the people around them. Over the past 10 years, I have had the pleasure of meeting a great many of you, and I do recognize a very real resource yet to be tapped into, you, the members. You have not only shared your challenges and issues, you have provided a great many solutions to those same challenges, whether those challenges are in the workplace or within your union. I am very excited and really looking forward to working together to build a powerful and effective union to address these issues. As your leader, having graduated from the Canadian Labour College, I understand one of the most important keys to an effective union is our labour history. What we fight for today becomes the labour history of tomorrow. I have always faced adversity head-on. I stand for what I believe in, for what is right, even when it hasn't always been the most popular thing to do. I believe as members we have the rights to our thoughts and beliefs and should never be ruled out of order for trying to share them. A good leader listens and values what those around them can provide. I am that leader. As I said to you in my letter, I have a vested interest in the future of our union. I have children whom have chosen careers that will keep them MGEU members for years, and I want that MGEU to be the strongest member-driven union. I look forward to working with fellow officers, board, and most importantly with you, the members, to ensure we have the most powerful and effective union in this province. As a very active member of our union, I understand the need to be effective, a real labour movement, to ensure the voices of the working people are heard, not just a sign above the door. An effective union is a working union. I believe we are an organization that sustains ourselves financially, our dues, with one goal: to ensure we, the members, have representation when we need it, whether it's because of personal workplace issues or an arbitration due to negotiations. As your president, I believe my responsibility is to work together to ensure our representation provided is in the manner that benefits the membership as a whole. My goal is to work with you to achieve this. Working closely together with your elected officers, board, and staff of the MGEU ensures the business side of our union is maintained. The dues paid by the members have to be used in the best interest of the members submitting them. This is a shared responsibility answerable to you, the members. As members, we need to work together, respect each other to ensure we are the most effective union we can be. Working together is the key. Union, the joining together. The knowledge and experience in this room should never be minimized. We need to tap into each other's strengths to empower each other, to be the most powerful and effective entity we can be. No one knows our issues better than we do. Now is the time to listen to you, the members. I believe in you. Today, I ask you to believe in me, to be your president. Thank you.
There were total ballots cast 272. There was one spoiled ballot. Lois Wales 120. Michelle Goransky 151. Michelle Goransky is your new president.
Wow. I know we've got lots to keep going with here, so I'm going to keep this very, very short. Thank you, the members, and thank you to Lois for the many, many years of being there representing us. I am so honored to you by the faith you've shown and the abilities to work together to be the most powerful and effective union. We will be the greatest team. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to get started on our challenges together, and I will be calling on you, the members. A huge thank you for this opportunity to continue to work for you, for us. To you, my dearest friend and brother, Umberto, it was so worth the interviews. No words can say what your support and faith in me means. I will do you proud, brother. I thank you to my family. Your support has always been unwavering. And no, I won't be home to cook dinner anytime soon, but the meat's in the freezer. I know we have to get on. We have to get on with convention, so just be prepared. I will be in touch soon. I respectfully submit my services to you, the members. Thank you.